infamous motorcycle club in the world, the Hells Angels. Feared, revered, and bound by a code of silence as unyielding as the steel in their bikes. Their winged skull logo strikes terror and commands respect in equal measure. But what happens when their enemies, rival gangs, betrayed brothers, even the law, dare to strike back? The results are brutal, bloody, and sometimes caught on camera. The Quebec Biker War, a rebellion against the Angels. Imagine Quebec, 1994. The city pulses with tension. The Hells Angels, led by the cunning and ruthless Maurice "Mom" Boucher, are sinking their claws into the lucrative drug trade. They want it all, every street corner, every deal. But a coalition of rebels refuses to bow. Rival gangs, small-time dealers, and a fierce club called the Rock Machine band together, declaring war. What unfolds is the Quebec Biker War, one of the bloodiest chapters in biker history. Over 8 years, it claims 160 lives, injures 300, and scars Canada's soul. This wasn't a street brawl, it was a rebellion. The Alliance to Fight the Angels, formed to crush the Hells Angels' dreams of domination. Unlike most biker clashes, this was no chaotic skirmish. It was organized, calculated, and merciless. Bombing shattered the night, turning quiet neighborhoods into war zones. Assassinations struck with surgical precision. Club leaders gunned down in their cars, their bodies left as warnings. Innocent bystanders caught in the crossfire fueled public outrage. But the war raged on. The Rock Machine, at the heart of the resistance, became the Angels' fiercest foe. They hit hard, targeting Hells Angels' strongholds. One infamous attack reduced a clubhouse to smoldering rubble, a defiant message that the Angels weren't untouchable. The streets of Montreal and Quebec City became battlegrounds, with shootouts erupting in broad daylight. The violence was so relentless that it shocked a nation unaccustomed to such brazen criminal warfare. By 2001, the war had ground on for nearly a decade, leaving a trail of bodies and broken families. The Canadian government had enough. Operation Springtime, a massive police crackdown, swept through the underworld like a tidal wave. Hundreds of bikers, including the Angels' top brass, were hauled off in handcuffs. The Rock Machine, battered and bloodied, was crippled. The Hells Angels, wounded but still standing, their mythos only growing. This wasn't just revenge. It was a movement that reshaped Quebec's criminal landscape forever. But Quebec was just one battlefield. Let's ride to Nevada, where a casino becomes a slaughterhouse and the cameras catch every second. The Laughlin River Run Riot, Casino Carnage. April 27, 2002. Laughlin, Nevada, hums with the roar of engines. The Laughlin River Run, a sprawling motorcycle rally, draws thousands of riders to this desert town. But beneath the festivities, a storm is brewing. Two clubs, the Hells Angels and their bitter rivals, the Mongols, are about to collide in a clash that will echo through biker history. Picture Harrah's Casino, its neon lights buzzing, slot machines chiming. It's a Hells Angels stronghold, a place where their presence is unchallenged. Until now, 40 Mongols, leather vests gleaming with their own proud patches, stride through the doors. Was it a reckless taunt, a calculated act of revenge for past grudges, or a bold grab for power? No one knows for sure, but within minutes, the casino floor becomes a battlefield. Knives flash in the dim light, guns roar, drowning out the clatter of slot machines. Fists and boots fly in a chaotic melee. When the dust settles, 3 men lie dead. Hells Angels members Jeremy Bell and Robert Tumulty and Mongol Anthony Barrera. Dozens more are wounded, their blood staining the casino's glitzy carpet. The surveillance footage, though locked away from public eyes, became a goldmine for law enforcement. It captured the Mongols' brazen charge, their weapons drawn, ready for war. Some whisper it was payback for years of Hells Angels dominance. Others say it was a Mongol power play to claim new territory. Whatever the truth, the Laughlin riot sparked a federal response that would shake both clubs to their foundations. Operation Black Biscuit, a relentless crackdown on outlaw motorcycle gangs. This wasn't just a fight, it was a seismic shift. The Mongols' invasion of Hells Angels turf proved no one was invincible. But if you think that's shocking, brace yourself for a gas station showdown in Ohio, where a chance encounter ends in death and the cameras don't blink. Valley View gas station, a deadly chance encounter. July 25, 2020, a sleepy gas station in Valley View, Ohio, bakes under the summer sun. Motorcycles pull up, their engines growling. Among them is John Fuller, a proud Hells Angels member, his vest emblazoned with the winged skull. Across the pumps, a group of Mongols, their own patches a challenge to the Angels' dominance. Decades of bad blood simmer beneath the surface, and in seconds it boils over. It starts with a stare down, eyes locked in mutual hatred. Words are exchanged, sharp and venomous. Then, Fuller draws a knife, plunging it into a Mongol in a flash of violence, but the Mongols are ready. One pulls a gun, and a shot rings out. Fuller collapses, blood pooling on the asphalt. The dashcam footage, raw and unflinching, captures every heart-stopping moment of this deadly clash. One Mongol died, but so did Fuller. This wasn't a planned ambush or a calculated act of revenge. It was a spontaneous eruption of hate, fueled by years of rivalry. The footage, played and replayed by investigators, became a chilling testament to the biker world's volatility. A chance meeting, a fleeting moment, and 2 lives snuffed out. The code of silence, sacred to both clubs, kept survivors tight-lipped, leaving police to unravel the truth from the silent, damning video. The Valley View incident lays bare the hair-trigger tensions between these gangs, but the Hells Angels don't just face enemies across state lines. Let's cross the Atlantic to a quiet UK town, where the Angels themselves dish out revenge, and CCTV captures their wrath. Worthing ambush, the price of disrespect. October 8, 2022. Worthing, a sleepy coastal town in the UK, is about to witness a storm. The Hells Angels are on the hunt, their blood boiling over a grave insult. A rival club, the Vikings, dared to commit the ultimate sin. They stole jackets from prospective Angels. In biker culture, those colors are sacred, symbols of identity and honor. To steal them is to spit in the face of the club. The Angels' response? A brutal ambush on the A24, caught on CCTV. The footage is chilling. Hells Angels swarm their rivals like a pack of wolves. Fists fly, and a knife gleams in the chaos. One Viking falls, stabbed in the melee, his cries lost in the fury. This wasn't just revenge, it was a message carved in blood. Disrespect the Angels' colors, and you pay a heavy price. The CCTV evidence led to arrests, but it also peeled back the curtain on the raw, unyielding violence of their code. A blood oath, sworn decades ago, binds the Angels to protect their honor above all else. It's a loyalty that demands everything: family, freedom, even life itself. But what happens when the enemy isn't a rival gang, but a brother who betrays the club? Enemies within, betrayal, and internal revenge. The Hells Angels' greatest threat might not be rival gangs or law enforcement, it's their own brothers. Betray the club, and the consequences are beyond comprehension. Torture, murder, even cremation to erase your very existence. And sometimes, the camera captures the fallout of these internal wars. Take George Christie, former president of the Ventura chapter. For 30 years, he was a pillar of the club, leading with iron resolve. But in 2011, he walked away, accused of the unthinkable, snitching. In the Angels world, that's a death sentence. Christie survived, but the suspicion alone marked him as a target, his former brothers eyeing him with cold distrust. The death head, the Angels' iconic symbol, looms over every member, a reminder of their power and the price of disloyalty. In 2015, member Steve Towson learned this the hard way. At a club funeral, a sacred moment of truce, he was gunned down, a shocking violation of their code. Was it revenge for his efforts to broker peace with rivals, softening the Angels' hardline stance? The club's silence was deafening, but the whispers of betrayal linger. Then there's Pat Matter, former president of the Minneapolis chapter. Once a trusted leader, he turned informant, delivering testimony that sent 40 Angels to prison. His betrayal struck at the heart of the club, exposing secrets meant to stay buried. It was the ultimate act of revenge from within, one that left the Angels reeling. But the most devastating blow to the club came not from a brother, but from the law itself. Operation Black Biscuit, the law's revenge. After the Laughlin riots carnage, the ATF launched Operation Black Biscuit, a 21-month undercover mission to dismantle the Hells Angels. Agents shed their badges, donning leather vests and fake dark backstories to infiltrate the club's inner circle. They weren't after small fry, they wanted the empire, from the rank and file to the legendary Sonny Barger himself. The Angels' Code of Omerta, a vow of silence, was their shield. The ATF shattered it. For nearly 2 years, agents lived among the Angels, recording secret meetings, documenting drug deals, and uncovering murder plots. By 2003, the trap sprang shut. Raids swept across the country, hauling dozens of Angels into custody. Audio and video evidence laid bare their crimes: drug trafficking, weapons smuggling, even plans for assassination. It wasn't revenge in the traditional sense, but for a club built on secrecy, it was a betrayal that cut deeper than any knife. Operation Black Biscuit proved the law could strike harder than any rival gang. Convictions piled up, though some Angels slipped through, their lawyers as fierce as their riders. The club endured, its legend growing even as its ranks thinned. But the message was clear. Even the Hells Angels weren't beyond reach. Closing, a world of revenge. The Hells Angels are more than a club. They're a way of life, forged in blood, loyalty, and an unbreakable code. But cross them, and the consequences are merciless. From the rebellion in Quebec to the casino bloodbath in Laughlin, from a gas station's deadly clash to a UK ambush, from betrayals within to the law's relentless pursuit, these shocking acts of revenge, caught on camera, reveal a world where violence is currency and respect is everything.